Literally the second that I start streaming, the train's just like, thanks. Music is a little too serene for the carnage that is on my desk in front of me. This is really bad. This is not.
You saw the customized scene one, right?
Oh yeah, that was.
The rock being completely flat.
That's what I'm. Here that I can use to unbend it. So I want everyone to know that I haven't opened this yet, obviously, because it would be very difficult to open this and then put it back in its original size.
Exactly like what someone who would have opened it already would say.
How would I have put it back? Like, let me try and. So, well, let's get one more look at how flat this is. This is. Oh my god. We're gonna try and. From the USB. That happened to me when I was playing Fatal Frame that one time too. Anyway, so you couldn't hear me be absolutely shocked. These two are completely fine. I don't know how. Not a single piece. Oh, I found it. I found where. Oh no! Look at his cool shield. That's not supposed to be that way. Well, we're turning that into battle damage. Okay, so you can see like a little bit of stress marks here. Oh, that piece came off. Well, what I will do is I'll mute myself when I unbag all this because that is a miserable experience, and then I'll continue to try and hunt for what is wrong here. If this is actually perfect, that is the most amazing thing that I've ever witnessed here. There are like maybe 3 pieces that are. I'm actually in shock at this. Like you guys saw the beginning. It was like. Okay, I'm gonna mute this and I'm gonna unbag everything so that you don't have to hear that. This is nuts. This is just... Oh. Something. This isn't part of a runner. Well, revisit that. Ah, yeah, okay. See, it looks like someone kind of chewed on this. Like, that's really not bad. All things considered. Oh, yep. That's, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. I thought it was going to be perfect. But this really does just go to show. If you ever get... Like some people really, really care about boxes. Some people literally throw their boxes out. If you're somewhere in between and you're like, oh, I don't really know, but I want to make sure all the pieces are fine. Even if you get something that looks like the Postal Service just destroyed it, take a picture of the outside of the box and then open it and look inside so that you can, see if maybe, oh, it's actually fine. Because this, by all measures, it looked like it got run over by a truck. Like, it actually looks like someone backed over it and then was like, whoops, and kept going forward. Oh, the Mono Eye sticker somehow ended up on the skirt armor here. I don't know if you can, see there's a Mono Eye on there. Wait a minute, this doesn't have a Mono Eye. That must be a rifle scope. Okay, let's get that off there. This is fine.
How is it fine?
It's... Okay. Fine is maybe not the word I'd use. It is better than expected. All that matters is the head's okay, right? Well, shockingly, I can actually just, get right to it. Except this. This is gonna need some surgery here. What a really weird piece to break. Oh, it's just that. Do you have cement over there?
Yes. What do you need?
I just need extra thin, I think is fine. This is literally the only piece that broke. And it's this much. Look at this.
That's it?
That's it.
Huh.
Nothing else is broken. There's some things that are stressed, but...
Just like us.
Oh yeah, sure. Stressed but not broken. Is that our motto?
Sure. That's our company's mission statement. I don't know.
Isn't that called the credo or something? If we're going corporate mode?
Sure. Look, man, all I know is that my stock options are in option parts.
Oh, stock option parts.
Ooh.
Using all that knowledge I got from the how to fix a V-fin video to fix this not at all a V-fin.
It has like a weird one-side fin thing.
Okay. That's pretty good. There it is. The one piece that broke is fixed. I actually kind of like the little gradient that it gave, too. That plastic stress looks nice. The first time I've ever said that sentence. I'll let that sit over there. Watch, it's going to be like the first piece they asked me to put on. We will have the Master Grade Mark II once the reprint happens, this... When does that reprint happen? I think that might be August-ish. It was one of the later ones. I'm going to do the right thing and build the weapons and accessories first. Which includes the shield that is not doing so great. I do think this is going to be one of those things where it sneaks up on me and I'm like, as I'm building, I'm like, oh, this piece isn't supposed to be shaped this way. Oh, no.
I would say the shield is doing its job.
If the shield took all the damage, that is in canon, so... Let's, oh, brother. See, even this, I could bend it back. I don't have a... Oh, that was easy. I don't even know if I need to cement this. Oh no, there's no, this will just get attached to the inside layer. I think we're in business. I think this is totally fine. Don't judge a gun plus damage by the gun plus box damage, I guess. I gotta workshop that one. Some of these torso pieces do look a little bit bent.
All that ab crunch.
Ab crunch. Even on a model kit that was very likely run over by a vehicle, still got to do first cut, second cut. Gonna give this thing the best finish I possibly can. It's what it deserves after all of the suffering. One of the other items in here, which would not be as fun to build, was the 30-minute fantasy option thing that comes with like a stalagmite that's supposed to be like this big, and it was completely flat, just like crunched. But that would have been like 3 parts, and I don't really want. Oh, you're gonna go find it. I hate using straight blades. I can't do it. I'm so programmed to use curved blades. Then I see people like one of our customers, Carell, who's always here, like he just uses the glass file and nothing else, and his builds come out looking great. Oh no!
Holy hell!
It's worse than we remember.
Oh my Christ!
So this was one of the other items in the fateful shipment. Oh, did something just fall out? Anyway, so yeah, you can kind of see over here this thing, right? Wow. Yeah, this plastic, not always this kind of two-tone. Oh my goodness, this is like.
That is extreme.
Like this. Oh my good! Like
how do you even?
You can't. This cannot be salvaged. This is just a different type flavor of rock now.
You gotta do like the loopy thing of like blowing into your thumb and just inflate it again.
Yeah, there's another rock that got crushed too, but the weird little bat is fine. Like I don't know what's going on. But you can see why I didn't really want to build this option set and would much rather build Big Blue Gustav.
Someone smashed it with hammers.
It actually seems like someone smashed it with a hammer after putting that box inside of another box. And then mailing that box to themselves. I'm not good at glass files. I don't know.
Do you need normal files?
No, I'm not good at any files. I just always
Oh
use
yeah,
a
you use just a knife.
yeah, I just use a knife, and I get made fun of for whittling. Just something about like the way you learn something is the way that you kind of stick with. All right, let's see. See, it's more a more effective use of payroll when you stream because you get more of the build done when I stream. By the end of the second hour, I'm like, boy, the head and half a bazooka looks great. Meanwhile, you're like, check it out. This one's going together pretty fast. Everything's done but the backpack.
Yeah, pretty much. I think last time I had everything done but like the arms and legs.
Yeah. All right.
Look, no one's as fast as Corel.
That's true. Okay. Okay, it's not really flush. We got some bendage here. I think I can make this work. Maybe. Each strained click. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. For the record, I'm not doing this the right way. This. If you were doing this yourself, I would not recommend just trying to brute force it, because you're probably just gonna break whatever isn't already broken. A hair dryer or some other like, even if we had like a little space like hand heater or something to just put it in front of to make the plastic a little more malleable so that you can form it back to the way it was without just breaking it more. There was one, we had a Blaze Zaku that got so destroyed that the box didn't even make it back. It was just bags, and the big axe that it has was curved, and so I like put that in front of a hairdryer and just put it on the ground with a book on top of it. And by the time it was cool, it was just completely straight again. So you can really get a lot of things that seem irreparable back in good shape. See, this really is like. It's noticeable. Battle damage. I think this is going to be a battle damage tutorial fodder now. Right, Jeremy? Because you know how to do that.
Honestly, yeah. Just a little bit of Dremel work and what? Eraser with like pencil on it. Some silver paint, black paint.
Now, what about a hot toothpick? Do you not like the hot toothpick method?
That's not bad.
You prefer the Dremel? Focus, man. Yeah, because you just like then you just circle it around. It looks like a little bullet hole. All right, so this was the part I was most worried about, and like. Kind of fine. Make click.
Make click.
Yeah, that is the mission statement of Gunpla, right? Oh, there we go. I made click. There we go. Now it wants me to stick the sticker slowly and carefully. I'm not doing that though, because we are going to use this for weathering practice in a future video. Yeah, whenever we get around to it. Oh, I didn't look at the beam sabers.
Oh, no.
It's not a straight line, you know, just a little.
There's a spoiler. This is actually exactly what happens to in Hathaway.
What? Yeah, a UPS truck just runs over it.
What if?
Yeah, everyone has been talking a real big game about this kit, and I like when Bandai first announces it and it's CG, and I'm like, okay, So you claim it's a new mold, but I don't know what that means. They also claimed that the Tristan was like, you know, not going to be what it was. So I'm always very wary of that until I see the final pictures. And then the box came and it's like it's bigger than a master grade like Goof 2.0. Like it's such a huge box. I was like, this seems unnecessary. It seems like there's a lot of extra plastic. And then I was looking at all the reviews and there's like no extra plastic and it's all just a perfect new mold. Really surprising for them to do that. Especially considering they're putting out the Sea Gundam again in what looks like just kind of the same with a new head. But they went all out for the Gustav? Do they? the barrel is doing the hands. Hey. I will never understand. This is something I should really ask someone who is more in the know than I am. Like the injection molding technology, where there need to be the injection points, like that's what the gate is. How come this tiny, tiny piece that is less than the size of my fingernail has as many gates as the gun? Like that is not. It doesn't seem necessary, and it always bothers me when I have to clean up pieces that are this tiny. That's not straight. See, as I'm going, I'm finding more things. There's not a straight line. This is the perfect. This would be perfect for a hairdryer.
Definitely not overheat everything in the building.
Yeah.
And also not completely obliterate.
No, not that.
Thing,
oh
man.
my god.
Oh my god.
That's the like the shrink wrap gun, isn't it? Right? Yeah. Yeah. If I used a shrink wrap gun near my computer, I think the computer would just burst into flames.
The stream would just start like melting down.
I feel like when reference no, that reference isn't for you.
Oh.
I was gonna say it's like when Strong Bad gets a virus and the computer leaks on the carpet.
Oh yeah, you're right. I definitely watched Homestuck.
All right, so the rifle is okay, if slightly shut. And the shield is fine. Man, I hate straight blades. How do people use straight blades?
Right, you're curved.
Yeah, I don't understand. Also have my desktop muted so that we don't have like echoing music. If the music is too loud or too quiet, please let me know and I'll fix it. Let me get this barrel opened up. This might break. No, we're good. Oh, I hate that noise. Okay. Does anyone know why this thing is called the Gustav Karl? Is that kind of like Rick Dom? Or like Rick Diaz? Is there a Karl and this is the Gustav Karl? Or...
I know the Carl Gustav is like an actual weapon. It's like the Carl Gustav is like an actual cannon.
Oh. So then they were like, back it up in reverse. Wait a minute. Is this bazooka ambidextrous? This is cool. You know, usually in all these, there's only a grip on one side. What just fell? As during the build process, things are just going to disintegrate off the runners, I'm sure.
No, no friggin' way.
What?
I'm looking up the Gustav Karl's like wiki right now.
Uh-huh.
Other names: Gustav Karl with a C. Variants: Flat Gustav.
Flat Gustav? You can't be serious.
I'm looking at you.
We're
right
building
now.
the flat, but this is the flat Gustav.
Oh. Oh, what? Here you go. The flat Gustav.
No, it can't be. Wow. Hold on, I think I need to put this in chat. Now, is it actually flat?
No.
Oh no, I closed my chat window. Give it back. There we go. Here you go. There's proof that the flat Gustav is not just the kit that I'm building right now.
Oh, what?
Wait, are you saying that the Gustav Karl is ugly?
Never.
I think that the original Gustav Karl is kind of boring. Like it doesn't offend me, but this color of blue, so good. Every mobile suit needs to be released in this shade of blue. It's just like it's just Uma Lightning Zaku. I should have sent this. Should have sent this kit to stupid Lala Lulu. Lala, build the flat Gustav. I mean, I still have the flat Rickdom that I could send. Remove my pile of detritus. No! That's what's the piece I was fixing. Let's check in on the progress. That's fine.
I just logged into SD Gundam G Generation Eternal, and the April Fool's gift they give you is Michael as a pilot. Like, Michael, the fake Setsuna from the Celestial Being movie.
Oh, that's really good. I like that they leaned into Celestial Being for this year's April Fools.
Is it like a 00 anniversary or something?
No, the 00 was like 2009.
Yeah.
Because remember, their big anniversary thing was PGXia.
Right. Well, it feels like 2009 because Gundam 00 is based on an energy crisis in the Middle East. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. This is when you like. This is basically like they did just beef up a Jagan. It's just a Jagan wearing virtue armor. It's just that they did the Jagan is Nodley, and then the Gustav Karl is virtue. That's cool.
Every time I think about the Jagan, I just start thinking about like, what if it was made out of entirely denim?
The denim Jagan.
Yeah.
Check this out. Check out this piece shape that is not what I like. Oh, we have it on good authority that Michael is actually good in that game, Jeremy. So
Oh, I'm gonna stick him on my Wing Zero custom I just got. Actually, no, on the 00.
sounds like the music is gone. back to the top. The gun primer razor. Are you talking? If you're talking about the glass files, like for the convenience of just having it out of the box, I think so. I don't like these. I don't like the big one. This is the Razor Plus. It's just wide. The Origin is longer and about half this width, so you can get closer to. It's basically more flexible when you're trying to get around gates. I like that one. If you're talking about the balancers, like those little sponges, definitely. They're like polishing sponges. They come 3 in a box. You might be able to find like cheaper alternatives for glass files from other brands based in like China. We just don't carry those because like we have a pretty good working relationship with Gun Primer, so we try not to step on them with regard to stocking duplicates of things that they already provide. We did just start carrying a whole line from. I'm never gonna pronounce this the correct way. Gallery. I'm pretty sure you're just supposed to say it gallery because that's how it's spelled, but the H and the 2 A's really throws me off. But yeah, we're
say it from the back of your throat.
Gallery. Yeah, Gallery. Yeah, that brand. Right now we only have the paints and the markers, but we are gonna start carrying like their airbrush tools and stuff. We're also going to go like really hard into Gaia paints. Like that's gonna be like our new lacquer paint of choice. We're kind of leaning in on different like tool lines to try and bolster our selection. So keep an eye on those. We actually just redid all of our tools categories to make it easier to browse. So if you have any feedback about that, please let us know. Was this the sticker that fell off in the... Yes, it is. So even the sticker that fell off in transit ended up being fine. I do not know how this thing survived in such good shape. So we are going to carry Mr. Hobby paints, but the problem is, like, they're doing some kind of North American restructuring that we aren't fully privy to. But, we've heard from, like, different suppliers, like, some suppliers say that they're, like, paring down their lineup into, like, a smaller selection of things for the North American market so they can focus on labeling them properly and chemical regulations compliance and all that stuff. Others are like, oh, I don't know, we just haven't gotten any in a while. But the fact of the matter is that we have not received like a new rival Mr. Hobby shipment proper since like last July. Everything else has just been restocks that we've been grabbing from sub-distributors that still have them. This, that, and the third. So we are kind of in the dark on that, and that's why we're getting more of these tools. Like, we will never abandon the Mr. Hobby family of products as long as they're available to us. They just need to be available to us. We found a sub-distributor that still had a lot of the surfacer primer sprays and the top coats because those got really hard to find, and we bought like a lot. So we'll be good on the primer spray cans for a while. The primer jars are just like totally gone. What categories for Gunpla did we take away on the site? Now I'm curious because I wasn't trying to do that. I don't think that was anyone's intention. Basically, if you mention where is different, I will go look into it and either run it up the ladder or fix it myself. I'm gonna look into that after I finish this bazooka. Hey, look, it even straightened out. Kind of. maybe I should cement this and fix this seam line. It is a little crooked. I'm gonna open our site real quick because I don't believe we would ever want to do that. So if you go to like the top, like if you go to the top where it says Gundam, it does have a drop down with gunpla by grade, and you can select them all. Definitely works on desktop. I can switch to mobile view and make sure it doesn't change the menu, but from the homepage, like from the top banner at any point, you can search Gundam by grade. Oh, I see. If you are, especially if you're on mobile, if you click the word Gundam instead of clicking the drop down arrow, it just takes you to every Gundam. We did that so that if people wanted to see them all in one place, they could. But if you click the arrow to the right, it will drop down and expand, and you'll be able to see perfect grade, master grade, real grade, high grade, others. And that separation still exists there. Yeah, so it's definitely showing mobile view. Let me... Troubleshooting live on air. Alright, let's see. So I have it on dark mode. I'm going to change that. Never mind, I won't. So up here, if you go on... There we go. It's taking my device settings. So up here where there are these three things, it'll pull out this menu. Click over here. And that's when it pulls up all the grades. If you click the word, it goes straight to the Gunpla selection. We used to have it so that clicking the word would expand the menu, but then people wanted to be able to shop it all at once. And so we made it so that you could do both. Am I done with the weapons? Cool. Onto the torso. Let's see if this thing is just a big Jagan. I have to learn all the runners. I can't believe I intentionally picked the crunchiest box of the newest kit for the spectacle. And then I was like, actually, I should have run it over with my own car again for the content. Now, I like to keep it authentic. There was one time we got a really, really bad return to sender. It was like the first TikTok we ever did that got some traction. It went to Europe. It came back, I think it was 4 months later, in a different box with shards of the original box still inside the different box. and it also included like items from someone else's package. Like it was definitely something that got caught in a sort machine, destroyed 2 boxes entirely, and then they just threw back the remnants and put in one of those like sorry about your package like little plastic bags and sent it back to us. And we did a video about that, and the amount of people who were like, "Oh, sure, the postal service did this. Tell me that you are trying to invent content." I was like, "Buddy, we don't got time for that." When something outrageous happens in our line of work, we document the outrageous thing and we go on with our lives. We're never going to try and trick you into believing that some strange event happened when it didn't actually happen. That's just more work for us. We're nothing if not transparent. I will pass your feedback about that onto the UI team. Some stuff is like really weirdly difficult to tinker with because Shopify is so rigid. I really liked how there was a very consistent theme with models where you always knew A runner was the runner to have all the colors. And you always knew that A runner was, it was like your old friend. You knew where it was. If you're having trouble finding runners, don't worry, A runner gotcha. It's the one with all the colors. And then they started doing weird stuff where sometimes it's H and sometimes it's B, and it's like, man, just put it back so that the multicolor runner is A, please. There's already enough to keep track of. I really should just invest in one of those nice runner stands that everyone seems to find from AliExpress. Don't do what I just did, ever, when you're building. That was against the rules. Now, the piece was hanging on by a little bit, and I just popped it off. It is funny how before the mainstream advent of like the internet and people going online to ask advice before they did things, I'm pretty sure it's like a near universal experience that everyone who built Gundams, like when they first started getting into it, especially if they were younger, was just twisting pieces off at some point. Or like using scissors. Like nail clippers, just anything they can find because they want to put together the cool robot.
I mean, I don't even know if the old manuals have instructions on like, oh, use a clipper to clip out.
I mean, I think it did, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't like, now it's so detailed now. Like, use modeling nippers to trim the excess runner from each part. Here's the gate. When attaching parts, handle care to ensure they're lined up correctly.
Build Fighters was like, alright, I'm tired of you guys messing this up.
Yeah.
We're animating how to do it.
Did Build Fighters save the franchise?
Yes. It really did.
Would Gundam exist if not for Riccardo Fellini
Flirting with that girl.
Stealing.
Victory Gundam.
Yeah.
You know how much? Every time that thing is posted on Tumblr, it still pops up. Every single time.
There is something to be said for there's a certain quality of Tumblr users, and I think one of it is nostalgia reigns supreme. It also was outrageous. Like, that was really funny. We used to watch that show, like, as staff every time it would air. We'd, like, stop what we were doing and watch it when it aired. Remember Ninpulse Gundam?
It's like surprisingly well engineered. And no one thought about it ever again. It came with like a lot of beam effect parts too. Like a lot. Remember A to Z Gundam and everyone asking, is this gonna go to American release?
Oh my god, A to Z Gundam, stop. There are some events in Gundam Planet history that every time I think of, I'm like, oh, A to Z Gundam, that was annoying.
That was rough. And then we ended up getting it anyway.
Yeah, it was just a regular issue,
Yeah.
but it never came back. A to Z Gundam, G40, that was horrific.
Ferrari Gundam?
Yeah.
Yeah, we only sold our last one last year.
Well, to be fair, it's because we left them off inventory by accident at one point.
Right.
I was just like, inventory says 0. There's 2 cases up top.
Oh.
PG Unleashed RX-78. That was war. What else did we get? What else was really bad?
200 Master Grade Barbados in cases of 2 each.
Oh, I forgot about that. I got in trouble for that. That was more annoying. That wasn't like so much catastrophic as it was irritating.
That's funny. In the long run.
Yeah.
Hindsight.
So far, the build is... I'm not far enough in the build to like really be able to give you any input on that, because I spent a lot of time disentangling the runners from the mangled box that they came in, and then I focused on doing the most broken parts first. But I like it. I love this color blue. The blue is kind of hard to work with. Like, usually I'm not leaving gate marks quite like this. That could also have to do with the fact that all of the plastic probably came out of the box nice and pre-stressed. So it wouldn't surprise me if cleaning it to this extent is kind of a fool's errand. We gonna panel on this one, Jeremy?
Alright? Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if my stress smart hiding technique will actually work on that too.
Oh, I mean, we could test it out, because this is, we got some stress marks here.
Sure does!
Oh, boy. Are you enjoying the fake new weapons? Now that I think about it, there's probably potential there with using like the fin funnel expansion that just came out also.
Oh yeah.
With Evil Bastard New Gundam or whatever it's called. I cannot work with straight blade. I'm like an invalid. I can't.
Do you not have curved blades over there?
I don't have curved blades over here. I
curved blades in one of these many.
I left all my proprietary tools at home.
That's why we should keep it set here instead of home. We keep bringing them
Stop focusing on the manual. Jeez. No curve blade. And I can't just keep going into stuff. Maybe in the classroom.
Maybe.
I will go look. I think they're just in the desk. Like, in the desk, like the second drawer where all the loaner tools are.
Yeah, probably.
The good thing is you can always just build the core Gundam last and then make all your decisions right then with all the parts in front of you. Rather than, like, build it first and then reconfigure everything. I understand what they were doing with releasing the new Gundam without fin funnels as an entry grade to, like, keep the cost down. But I do feel like there is opportunity there to just package them together and do what they did with the RX-78 entry grade, like, full weapon set. Like, why not do both? That thing would be better than the high grade. Probably cost less to manufacture also. Then they do like Gunpla option set 22 heavy weapons set for new Gundam, and then they'd have to do a full package, and never mind.
Get it, you're a train!
What news from the mark? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Curved.
Thank you.
I had to carve that one myself.
Wow, you did that so quickly. Whoa.
You know what?
Here we go. Yeah, let's not. Reload. Reload finished. Reload. Oh my goodness, it's so much better. I don't know why this makes such a difference. It really shouldn't.
Less of a contact point, probably.
It is. That's true. Yeah. I've been singing the gospel of curved blades since 2012. That was incredible. That was incredible what a difference it makes. Now I'll actually be able to tell you, like, a single fact about the build when I finish this step. I like that snap. If I'd known I was going to stream today, I would have put my hair up. This is so annoying. Oh, I like that. That's a nice torso assembly. Is that what they're calling it these days? How does this swivel work? That's cool. That's a good shoulder mechanism right there. kind of telescope forward and out. All right. Call this the Gustav Action System. I don't know how the head's gonna move a whole bunch. I guess you're not buying this kit for its mobility, right? It's gonna fit. This is one of the things that was bent. Oop, gotta watch for narrow and thick. Okay. Now this seems kind of hollow. Oh, that's because I'm an idiot. Hey, fixed it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Was this plastic warped in transit?
Sounds like the sound that happens when you like die as a Lego person in a Lego game.
Ooh. All right. You know, I never equated curved blade to curved sword. I guess that makes sense. What is the curved blade Tamiya Knife Pro, if not a tiny little sword? This guy has a yellow popped collar. Oh, for sure. I definitely understand that a NASA launch is probably more interesting and also harder to experience on a regular basis than the how crunchy is this crunchy box stream. I could honestly just pull that up here, get copyright striked in a second. Our channel is small enough that I could probably fly under the radar of just like live streaming like sports till someone decides to ruin the fun. Just have a little window with the rest of the Rangers games in the corner, see how long it takes for Dolan to get me. It fits so nice. Yellow is one of the best colors of plastic to work with when you're building Gundams, I feel. Like, the stress marks are barely ever visible. I feel like it's, like, softer to work with, too. I think that... I don't know what's worse, like, navy blue, like Jesta, or... I feel like the green that the Dynamis is actually worse than the black plastic. Maybe
In some
that's
cases, yeah, I can see that. It's funny that those two, like yellow and white, are the easiest to work with stress marks, but they're the hardest colors to paint.
oh, that is interesting. I'm getting Metal Gear Rex vibes from this side profile. I thought that was hefty, hefty, hefty. This is a very Fisher Price kind of red, though. This red is very Fisher Price. You better be careful if you're over there playing the Nikkei event. Wasn't sure if you were playing the event.
Oh no, not right
Oh no, okay. So this... Okay. I'm dipping into my pool of parts that were already pre-cut. Char's red's like the salmon pink, or like the actual red, like the Sazabi colors.
or the origin char, deep maroon red.
Oh, I forgot about the origin Char, yeah. Oh, I thought this was two parts. I was like, well, where's the other one? Who's playing music in our parking lot so loud? That is so loud.
Uh,
Why is G1 this shape? Oh, it had the guns on it.
add?
Well, yeah, because I did that already.
Oh,
Don't cut the runner with the... Don't cut the runner. Don't do what I'm doing.
oh god.
Well, definitely not with God Hands. You can get away with it with old GP nippers. The funny thing about water damage is, like, it's honestly the best kind of damage for model kits, because the plastic, like, generally nothing happens to the plastic if it gets wet. It's just the cardboard can get moldy, and the manual can get moldy. No, Judner, we're not doing that. we're we're trying to salvage things like this. This is actually the worst part, though. It still went together pretty well. But you may notice bazooka not straight. Like it's a little curved in there. Gun also not straight. You weren't here for the the analysis of the carnage. Now we're just hanging out until everyone goes to watch the NASA stream. Once again, this is just the self-fulfilling prophecy of like, I'm going to stream, but I know I'm not going to get too much done, and then I stream and I don't get too much done. Jeremy, what's your secret? How do you get so much done when you stream?
I just keep building because I don't know what to say.
Oh,
that's the thing.
That's the problem. I just talk too much. I'll shut the fuck up. Okay. I don't know why I haven't. I'm surprised I can't hear Lauren from the outside being like, "Yup, yes, it's true. Yes, the speaking is the problem." Maybe next time, if we're doing a scribing, painting, decaling stream, that wouldn't be me. I'm not the best one here at that. So that's the guy who talks less. Oh, that's what we should do. You should do it, and I should stand here and talk.
Yeah. You'd be like that guy, like at a barbecue, just standing right next to the grill.
Yes, I'd be the assistant grill master. I'm just every dad that stands with his hands behind his back watching the construction. I think that something is wrong with the set screw on these god hands because they don't seem to close all the way.
I think that was one of the defective ones.
Oh. Shh, don't let anyone know we do that. That was outside policy.
No, as in like we got the shipment, we looked at it and we're like, something wrong with these. And we were just like, well, I guess we'll use them.
They're ours now. Yeah, some of this is gouged pretty hard because it got twisted off the runner during the madness. Should we call it like the event? Like, I really wish there was security footage of what exactly happened to this box. Because it was one of those things where UPS knew they did a horrible job, so instead of even sending it to the customer, they were just like, back to where it came from. They'll figure it out. I also like do the super neurotic like first cut, second cut, clean up with the knife to try and get rid of the like all the stress marks and make sure it's all flush. Like I don't need to spend as much time on every piece as I do.
Yeah,
but it's
like,
my habit.
When I'm like cutting parts, if it's usually an internal part, I don't even bother with the first cut, second cut. I just take the god hands, especially if it's soft plastic like the gray runners, and I just do a complete flush cut right off the runner. Because I'm like, okay, this is probably gonna get hidden anyway.
Yeah.
And then I don't even bother like sanding those sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like I cut every piece and then I move it over and I do it again.
Honestly, it's better that way. More diligent.
I was gonna say it's more diligent, but it's not helpful to stream.
Yeah. I don't like that this hard drive, the solid state drive, was just clicking very loudly.
Doesn't sound very solid.
There was one in here and there was another like bunch of them.
What are you looking for? Oh, that should just still be in the warehouse. Sarah was the last one to touch it. Tiny dog in the showroom alert. I'm alone now. After this loop of the album, I'm going to switch up the music to Prism. I use God Hands for second cut across the board. But first cut, I always use GP nippers. They're heavier, they're a little sturdier. I don't need to worry about it with clear plastic. And I know we need to make them again. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, this one there's no salvaging. That is just... That's from in transit. People are gonna see this built in the showroom and you're gonna be like, wow, what a clown. He can't even remove gate marks. I should have a picture of what the box looked like before we put it together. Yeah, some of these, like, you can just tell, just got ripped out by the runner. Oh, if you just started scribing, like, that's really fun, though. A really good way, if you're, like, not quite comfortable scribing, a really good way to kind of get used to the process is just deepen panel lines that are already there. Kind of train your hand, like, get used to the chisel. And then you can start scribing your own. But they also, like, MadWorks sells, like, that hard scribing guide tape where you can just tape and then run the blade along it to make sure that it's in a straight line. Like, that stuff's really helpful. They also have scribing templates, like little photo etch parts where you can scribe in, like, common patterns. How was the dog viewing?
Very good. Apparently, the rest of the dogs are in the car. So he's got like 5 other dogs in there.
Many dogs.
They follow their mother.
Hey, when I finished cutting everything out and I'm about to put everything together and then I missed this tiny little piece, gotta do it all again. Did everyone get what they wanted from the Apex Gundam event? Wow. Wow, it's over, no.
There's a line in the script right now about how Mirage getting a Destiny skin definitely did influence my opinion on Destiny Gundam.
Yeah, right. Now that he's your favorite way to torture people.
Yep. It's so funny. Honestly, I should just record some gameplay and put it included in the video and then just dub over every single Mirage line with like Shinasuka. Just yelling.
And then when you ultimate, it turns into 8 different voice tracks of Shinasuka yelling. I'm in focus mode. Well, the pieces with the worst nub marks aren't even going to be visible when the kit's done because they're going to be against the back. That's crazy. woodworking is not something that we often hear transitioning into gunplay, but it makes a lot of sense. A lot of the overlap is like dentists.
Woodworks. I sure hope it does.
There's also, I mean, Bad Gunpla is like a leather worker now too. Like he's like doing all this custom leather stuff. I guess it makes sense in the handheld creative arts. Yeah. I think it's like I don't think it's armor, but he was recently making like custom like deck boxes, which were really cool.
You know that leather armor is the best for stealth.
Doesn't squeak.
No, it's because it's made of hide.
Well, I'm gonna end the stream now, guys. Thanks for watching. If you didn't hear that, good.
That's how stealthy it was. You couldn't hear it.
Kill a man with hammers. You just give you a podcast mic and just sit over there and chime in with your nonsense every once in a while. What does my co-host have to say about that? Something very useful, I'm sure.
I remember I saw a tweet the other day about like, oh man, baseball's the greatest like sport to commentate because 95% of the script is like, hey Dad, the bases are loaded. Anyway, how do you feel about like NASA rockets and jet fuel? What?
Yeah, there's a lot of dead, dead air.
Bars.
They're making a pitching change, but you can't just make a pitching change. The manager has to walk out of the dugout. There he goes. There's a charm to it. Alright, so this is cool. I like this. Nice little thing. I really don't know what's up with the red cap, but then, look, I can do this because I did this already. I can put his screwed up shield on his perfectly fine torso.
I'm just thinking of like what nonsensical conversations we could have. Anyway, Nick, what do you think is the best Star Wars Battlefront 2 map?
Oh, that's really...
Right?
That's a tough question.
That's pretty good. What's the most unbalanced Star Wars Battlefront 2 map?
It depends on which Star Wars Battlefront 2 we're talking about, because there are two Star Wars Battlefront 2.
2004.
I do want to clarify to chat, no, you didn't make a typo about leather. I was just talking about different hand-based creative arts and how other builders do things that are similar, and one of them is a leather worker. So, I was expanding off of your woodworking history. But for Battlefront 2 maps...
I remember there was one that was really, like...
I think Camino was pretty stupid once you got inside, but...
Yeah, and, like, outside, the draw distance is really bad.
Oh, it was horrific.
Like, see anybody past a certain point. What was that one really messed up map? It was a space map, and the CIS would always have an unfair advantage because they could just walk out into space and not have to deal with like breathing. So they could play the entire map, and you'd just be like, "Oh well, I guess we're split between the front and the back." Paulus Massa, that's what it was.
Thanks for stopping by, Judner. This is cool. The legs look like they have inner frames.
I would hope so with how thick it is.
Enjoy the launch. We will maybe be here. I'm probably going to stop this around 7, just so I can do actual work. Even though this is actual work.
This is work.
Oh my gosh, the legs are so much of this manual. Oh my gosh. Ah, they're starting to say it now. They tell you to cut the front skirts down the middle.
Really?
Yeah, it says separate to your preference.
Your preference. I see. So you can choose cut or un.
Yes, that's exactly what I was getting at. Of course, perfect. Thank you.
He's going to kill me, everybody.
I don't know why I haven't been using my sunglasses to keep my hair out of my face this whole time. Oh, do I finally get to... I finally get to use this one that's really messed up? You can see the places where other plastic in the bags dug into this. Oh no. Oh, didn't see this one before. That's not supposed to look that way. Oh no. This is both feet. The pieces for both feet got destroyed. That's the worst damage we got in the entire kit.
You should give it the Crocs. Actually, the ball joints are probably way too big for the
We
Crocs.
do
right?
have Crocs. I think they're right behind me.
Oh, no way.
Well, I didn't build the legs yet.
Are they the same?
Oh, I only have
joint,
one
wonder?
Croc. See, last April Fools, we 3D printed Crocs for Gundams and included them in orders if you used a certain code.
I'm sorry, what name does Trace go by in Endless Waltz? Preventer what?
Wait, no, that's Zex you're talking
That's
about.
Zex,
That's
right.
Preventer
That's right.
Wind.
Oh my lord.
An appropriate name for one who puts out fires.
I just have the Endless Waltz story like going on in the background on SD Gundam G Generator, and I look over and I'm like, Prevent? Who the hell's Preventer?
That's Preventer Wind.
What is this?
Yeah, the Preventers are like Sally and
innovator ass name.
Sally and Noin. Are they're supposed to prevent war. That's why they're called Preventers. What?
His hair constantly looks like it's trying to get away from him.
Troll's a good guy. Right?
Seeing the heavy arms in SD with its clown mask is really endearing, actually.
I know a lot of the world would disagree, but the wing designs are really good.
The world would disagree.
Yeah.
Did you see the Gundam rankings that they put out yesterday?
I did. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, Spain, like all Spanish-speaking countries all banding together and voting F91 was definitely out of left field.
That's... I don't know about... I don't know.
Yeah,
That's...
was F91 just like primarily shown over there? What?
I don't know. What's the next game I should stream here? Fatal Frame 2 again. only there was if only there was White Dingo's anything here.
Oh, something relevant to merchandise.
That would be nice.
We can have you tie Uma Musume pretty
Oh my god. Oh no.
It would have been funny. Actually, no, it would not have been appropriate at all to do the Nikkei
No.
April Fool's
No.
event.
That I mean that is absolute hilarity, but
I want a full game of that side-scrolling mecha shifty thing.
that was crazy. Did you read the entire tutorial?
Yeah. Special attack. Whatever. Specialist. A really good song from the Persona 4 soundtrack.
Yeah. That's what I like. They just really were like, writers, go right. Which I respect.
I can't believe I got my Ultraman friends to try playing this.
I think they'll be immensely disappointed once the event goes away.
No, they played through like the first 3 chapters and they're like, why is this good? I think the claws are in them.
Oh no. Switching up the music.
I have so few wing mobile suits that my endless waltz lineup is just 3 wing Gundams.
There we go. Sounds like you need to collect more wing.
Yeah. They won't let me use G-Unit.
G-Unit isn't Gundam Wing. It's different.
They let me use it in the regular Gundam Wing. But for endless waltz, they're like, no.
Well, they gotta make you buy more suits.
Lana. Okay, got that side. But not that side.
Some people like that. I gotta go back to the chat window. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's Gore with my comfort robot. No!
What is this mission for again? I'm curious. I have not been following.
Actually, all the rich people leaving.
No, I think that they're actually astronauts. Like I know that they're actually astronauts. I just don't know why are we going back to the moon.
Project Hail Mary.
I wasn't sure. Okay, great. I wasn't sure if everyone was just like done with that. Engineering in this is really interesting. Runner's done.
Are there any shared parts from the other Gustav Carl?
I don't. So runner B2 just say Gustav Karl.
What the other ones?
So the
say type 00?
the B's are Gustav Karl. Is that it? Oh, yeah, wow. It looks like most of it is new. I was just going up there to head around the moon and then come back.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Gotta prove the landing was real.
Oh no, this piece broke, no. Oh, okay. Found another broken piece. Please don't fly into the abyss.
Is it cementable?
Yes, for sure. I just can't believe how small these breaks were and that there weren't more, like, big time... Yeah. Honestly, what I'm just gonna do is put this step together and then cement it into the piece that's encasing it. Oof! Well, yeah, don't write off a kit as unsalvageable until you give it a try. You're right that, like, extra parts are usually a bonus, but when I'm building, I get tired of shuffling through runners. Building the Fazverka was, like, the ultimate test of patience for me, specifically.
Oh man, I can't imagine building that with the way I build. Like, putting things out beforehand.
Nope, you can't.
Nope.
I think that maybe if I didn't put the manual under me, it just would focus better, but... I'm really excited to see how this front skirt gimmick works. Uh-oh. With the tiny yellow... Okay. You're fine, you don't need to apologize for anything. We're all just... chilling. My attention is also split. Wait, I should have just started with the legs this stream and I would have been done with one half of a leg by now. All right. Let's see if I can salvage this one. One side is different. Let's see how this works. See, you can see this break right here. And that is supposed to have a matching point. So, if I can just... Maybe I should have not done what I just did. Hello, Corral. I'm once again building a model kit much slower than you would. Oh, You can't even tell. Look at that.
Well, so it's fast as him.
Look at that.
See that this fact. Simply built different.
Hashtag built different. Now, at some point over the course of displaying this, this little tiny piece is just going to pop out and fly into oblivion, and everyone's going to be like, what the? Why did that happen? And take a page from your book and not really care too much about cleaning up the inner frame. How's your video coming along?
That's the focus just right for the clip of it doing the new metal.
I didn't even know what that hands pose was.
You never noticed that, like, all of them back in the day used to do that?
I guess that's true. When I think new metal, I do just think like Last Resort though. Like that's it.
Like, I could do Slipknot, but also that's very...
That's interesting. Look at that weird little cut. How did that happen? The mysteries of how exactly did the plastic bend in this very specific way is truly amazing. It's cool that the front skirts are on this hinge. Is this a good model kit? Scientists are asking. Ah, I'm an idiot. Okay. You ever get to the end of a step and then there's just a piece lying there and it's like, gee, when was that supposed to go on?
Yeah. That was me with the Destiny. Like, I finished the entire torso after I had finished building the backpack. The backpack was finished, then I built the torso. And realized that you were supposed to lock part of the backpack into the torso.
Oh,
By
it's...
step 3.
Yep.
So I had to take the entire torso apart. Oops.
He thinks he's so slick. Oh, this is a cool little thing. Launch was a success. Good. That's so stressful. Like, hey, what's up, guys? Me and my 4 friends, we're gonna strap ourselves to a giant fuel tank and go 1 trillion miles an hour around the moon. See you later. And it's all gonna be televised, by the way. How do you sleep for the weeks leading up to that? Oh my god, A2. It's my favorite character. Alright, so it's almost 7. I am going to commit to finishing this part. I wanna finish the torso so that when I get to building the legs, I can just throw the legs on here. So, given my building speed, I'll be wrapping up at like 9:30 or 10 at this rate. These are great gimmicks. Ooh. Even these egregious gate marks, like, they all get hidden. Like, I'm gonna see if I can take this apart so I can show you. Nope, that's in there. But every time I've been like, ah, this gate mark's gonna be bad, it just disappears. I should really set manual focus on this stupid thing so that it just stays in focus. But then I wouldn't be able to, like, zoom in, you know?
But then you can set the, you can do the zooms with the front-facing camera.
I guess that's true. It's not a bad idea.
Better for that, I think, too.
The front-facing camera is a better camera, but it's also the one that connects to the hard. It's this setup is annoying, but it's the best I could do with creating a streaming setup from my email machine. Yeah, I finally get to put together the crazy, crazy big part. It's bent to hell. I'm not gonna lie. Well, okay, so I am both relieved and disappointed that this build was not more catastrophic. I think it would have been fun to have a horrific time fighting through everything, and it would have been better content. But I'm glad that I can just have this on display now and actually tell people how the build was, because otherwise people be like, oh, you built that, how was it? And I'd be like, I don't know, mine was mangled into a trillion pieces. This is gonna be a clicky one. Oh. Oh no. Hey, no problem. Thank you for your support. Thank you for choosing to buy the PG New Independent. I'm glad it got you okay. It's always kind of scary when we just ship that out in a case and say farewell. We wish you the best in your travels. But yeah, that Bandai LED not only is like just not showing up, like they're just not sending all of them to us for some reason. Also $180, which is nuts. So definitely sit on that till the cosmos, I think. Corral, why did you work until 11 a.m.? Cannot get this. This actually might be kind of broken. Remember when I was like, gee, I wish this build was more catastrophic? What was that, 2 seconds ago? Something's gonna break. Something's gonna break, I can tell. What?
So there's a really cool locking mechanism in the MGSC Destiny's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
The top part locks down so that the beam boomerang doesn't come out.
Oh.
So in the script, it makes for a great accessory that doesn't fly out of the window while you're driving.
Oh my god.
This is a good idea.
Oh man. People are gonna... Someone's gonna be like, no, I didn't expect that.
Just put that clip in there.
Maybe for when he says great, that does not fly off.
Yeah.
Amazing. This is like so perfectly. Oop. There we go. There we go. Nope. I'm gonna hurt myself messing with this. There's a crazy gap here. I don't like it. Yeah, broken kits are, you know, it's a good way to practice. Obviously, like if you have shipping insurance, try and get your refund or a not broken one. But in the case that they're like, there are worse things. Yeah, okay, so it works. It's not this part is a little suspect over here. But I would rather this be a little out of whack than before when I wouldn't even be able to get it on the assembly. One year before New York Comic Con was like horrific, and you could like walk around it. There was this little independent booth that was selling just random like open box stuff. They had an open box Faz, like the original Faz from 2002 or whatever that was. $25, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's like, let me see, like, how, you know, why so low? And he was like, well, you know, one of my customers like started building it and decided he didn't like it, so he just gave it back. And I have no use for, like, he had built like a leg and then given it back. And I was like, oh hell yeah, like I'll take this. I'll build the Faz from the leg. And boy, that guy was certainly just twisting the pieces out, like every single. Oh, this is actually a really good kit to demonstrate that on. So I'm just going to show you. It obviously won't be as bad with a Faz. The effect of twisting kits. I think the Bandai might have fixed the problem in modern plastic, but you can see this little thing. That extra nub. But imagine that it was not only this long, but also like into a point, like twisted into an extremely sharp point. So every single piece had 3 of those that were like razor sharp and had just been crushed together, and they weren't fitting because of course they're not, because all of those nubs are in the way. So I had to disassemble the entire thing, clean up all that, and put it back together. But the Faz was $25. I think that might be the one. That is the one that Dan painted and entered into MosquitoCon that one year. Or was that GBWC? I just remember he was like, can I use this? I was like, I never want to see this thing again. I like the beam sabers are one part. I hate when the beam sabers are like a stick and the little thing you have to put on the top. At least in high grades. There have been a couple times that GP crew has done super late nights, like when we first launched Shopify point of sale, because we used to have Square in our showroom and we had to switch over for inventory tracking. The management team worked a full day and was like, well, if we do this while customers are in the store, it screws up the inventory. And if we don't do it now, we're going to have to wait till after the weekend and all the inventory numbers will be wrong. So let's order pizza and work till 4. So we worked like 11 to 8, took a break, and then worked 8 to 4 in the morning to get that done. None of us stayed here, though. That's next level.
Oh man, that was the night I did the red Gundam giving the freaking IQ boost.
Yes. It is crazy, like, independent businesses, like, sometimes you just gotta do stuff like that. Like, you just gotta pull up your socks or whatever the phrase is and go to it. your voice to text is really good. Huaku Shiki. It was very close. Hyaku. It almost got it. Hyaku. Isn't that the beginning of the Phil Collins song? Really like Huaku.
What was that? Oh, I see. Nice.
See, I don't know who this person is because there's no name, please. There's just no name, please. Respecting your anonymity with no name. Oh, I should have been saying this throughout the whole stream. I'm an irresponsible streamer. If you have a Discord and you haven't joined our Discord, we'd love to have you there. It's very laid back. It's very chill.
It's have like a QR code, like during stream.
Yeah, I really should just like put Sarah in charge of streaming management. Discord's fun. We're in the middle of a corporate. We just went public today. For those of you who didn't see, so it's a little crazy in there.
Dipping.
Oh, the stock's dipping?
Buy the dip.
Oh, we buy the dip. This is crazy. This is really good. The last like huge HG I built, don't laugh, it was the Kshatriya. It's been that long. But like huge HGs are very cool now. Like this is so much better than the Kshatriya was in terms of construction. This is really cool. Like look at the articulation on the front skirts. Like obviously you can't really see too much because there's no legs to interact with them. This is a little wonky. There's not much to be done there. That was kind of shattered. And the shield, broken shield. Oh wait. Let's look at a gimmick real quick. So this is awesome. You can take off this cover that I didn't know what I was putting on. There we go. How does this... What is this? Oh! Oh, you take it off and then you put it back on and then it holds the... Oh! That's cool. And you can do it with the beam rifle too, so whichever weapon it's not holding can go on the back. That's great. You know what? I'm glad UPS demolished this kit, so I get to give it a loving home instead of it getting landfilled. That's another thing. If you haven't worked in like a receiving job before, if you try and file a damage claim, like if you get a shipment and a box looks like a forklift went through it, and you say, hey, this is damaged, they will, like, depending on the driver, they'll be like, okay, do you want to claim it as damage? And we're like, yeah, it's busted. Like, we have, you know, we want to get reimbursed for some of the cost. They're like, okay, well, I have to take it back and destroy it and provide proof that the product's destroyed. And I'm like, well, that's a huge waste of everything. I'm not doing that. So you have to choose between whether you get reimbursed for the damaged product or it literally gets thrown into an incinerator. So that's why I like saving these sometimes. Oh, admin, that's a full-time job. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to feel pressured to stop into our little thing. I don't envy your position. Labor of love and all that. It's fun. It's fulfilling. But like, man, you gotta be paying attention. What'd I drop? I guess that piece was ready to fall. So, let's see what we got. Not really that bad. In terms of pieces that still don't have a home, there you go. It was a fun experience. Well, that's it for me. That's it for the April Fool's stream. I just figured it was a good opportunity to do what I thought was going to be way less. I thought it was literally just going to be like picking shattered pieces out of plastic, but turned out to be totally fun. So I'll probably finish this up this week. Maybe we'll finish this on Friday. Then we'll get a nice little new display piece for the weekend. If you guys are local, we are doing Shop the Warehouse this weekend. Gonna have secret deals that we can't say in advance unless you come here. The warehouse is connected to our showroom. It's just, you go through the big blue doors. So if you're in the area, please stop by. I know it's Easter Saturday, so if you're coming or going, makes a great little detour. And hope to see you there. Thank you guys for choosing to spend 2 silly, meaningless hours here. And I'll see you next time.